Hello, today we're talking all about why you shouldn't base your relationships on just common interests and hobbies. I mean, it makes logical sense. I like yoga, she likes yoga, we could be yogis together. But what happens in 2 years when you're no longer into doing yoga and now you're into, like, I don't know, crystals? This idea that it's so important to have a lot of common interests with your significant other, with the partner of your life or your lover, whatever, is really a bad one. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't have any shared interests. It's actually nice to have activities that you enjoy doing together. But what I'm saying is that you shouldn't base your entire relationships on these hobbies, meaning you shouldn't choose to be with that person just because you like doing the same activities together or external hobbies. How do you know if you have a real connection with someone? I think that if you can sit on the couch together and just vibe without anything going on, without any stimulus, then you know you have a real connection with someone. If you constantly need to do external activities and hobbies with your partner, you're basing your entire relationship on external factors, not internal ones. That means that at any point, one of you may want to do something completely different or may not want to do it together with you anymore. And then what are you going to do? I've seen personally, I'm a professional ballroom dancer and I've been in the dance sport world for a long time competing. And I've witnessed world dance champion couples who have achieved everything you could possibly think of in terms of dance accolades and titles, world champions, and everything like that. But as soon as their competitive career was over, they would break up. And some of them even had kids together. It's because their entire relationship was built on practicing dancing together, competing together, winning titles, all that kind of stuff. But as soon as their competitive career was over, as soon as their dancing was over, they couldn't somehow connect anymore. Again, because the relationship was based on that competitive career, not so much on internal values that they connect with each other. And you would think they might be able to stay together because usually people, after they finish their competitive careers, they still teach and they're still in the dancing world. They travel together to judge, all that kind of stuff. So, they're still in the dancing world together, but still, for many of these couples, it's not enough. The only thing that was holding them is that they were, competing, winning. It was like a job they were holding each other to. And as soon as that job was over, it's like they couldn't really connect on a deeper level. Their foundation was weak for why they got together in the first place. That's the problem. So if I'm saying you shouldn't be together just for shared interests, what should you base your relationship on? Well, first of all, again, I just want to say you should have some commonalities and shared interests and a vision of life that is somewhat similar. But again, you have to understand that might change over time. Every 5 to 10 years, people change. So what should you base your relationships on? In general, it should be based on shared values or core values, especially internal values. I'll get to the internal values in a moment, but let's talk about just like a core value or preference that you might have, which is like, let's say it's very important for you to be in shape and you want to be fit, okay? And it's important for you that your partner also stays fit, okay? But let's say you like going to the gym. That's your thing. That's how you like to stay fit. But your partner, she might like rock climbing or running. Are you not going to be with her just because she doesn't want to go to the gym with you? That would be absurd, right? So the gym thing would be just a shared activity. But the value is that you both value being fit and being healthy physically and mentally. So you can get to that same value through different activities that you may not even do together. And that's perfectly okay, in my opinion. Don't force each other to do the activities that you want. Just make sure you're both meeting each other's values, okay? Aside from that, there's internal values. Things like, can you be curious about each other's lives without needing to do the same thing? Okay, so let's say you both work in different jobs. At the end of the day, you can talk about, how your day went. Can you be curious about your partner's life without you being, actively at her work? Can you communicate about the challenges that you're going through together and connect on that level? Can you share your insecurities together? Can you go out on a date night and just have a fun, flirty interaction together without the need of really doing anything? These are some internal values that are way more important than some shared interests. So the bottom line is that people are always going to evolve and change. That's just human nature. So from the very beginning, you need to pay attention. Are you actually creating a real connection with this person? Like without any stimulus, without any activities? Or are you relying on doing a bunch of stuff all the time to maintain your connection? And are you building the right connection from the start? Okay, so that's what you want to start thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about if I'm going on a date or something like that. I want to understand, what is this really based on? Because it's very easy to create a false connection with someone that feels right just because you both like bowling or something. But again, just be careful with that. And I would love to hear from you. What do you think about that? Leave a comment below if you're watching me on YouTube. If you're listening to me on iTunes, leave me a review. And I'll see you guys on the next one.